I must have done something good to deserve you.
I had wanted to open a little ice cream shop, and I'd be spinning records as I helped the regulars.
There were a lot of people who outright laughed at us or wished us well and thought it was hilarious, but there were a lot of people who, were quite encouraging about it as well.
Starting was, actually, let me back up.
Ben and I know each other through his now wife, and she and I were roommates when they started dating.
Sort of as a joke, the idea got planted like, you should start an ice cream business.
And I also love ice cream, of course. It was like, well, if you need a business partner, I'll be there for you. That joke kind of slowly stemmed into an actual conversation, and a few days later, we're like, were you joking, or how did did you really mean that? And same thing, vice versa. And we let the idea brew for a while, and then we decided to actually go for it.
Through university and growing up, I never thought of myself as an entrepreneur. I was more involved in activism in university. And then I had this kind of light bulb moment where I realized actually starting a small business could be an amazing platform for activism.
Having our values established early on really helped us in knowing exactly what we wanted out of the business and where it was going, and again, helped us to make decisions.
We spent about 6 months writing a business plan and just really working out what is it we're building here and why.
We definitely started up with a pretty small sort of bootstrap budget, so we did not have the money to have a brick and mortar. We knew that we wanted a commissary space.
Finding that was huge. All of a sudden we're testing recipes and trying to figure out how to make ice cream and what our ice cream was going to be about and what our flavors were going to be about.
So we started with an ice cream tricycle that we would bring to the farmers market.
Another amazing opportunity that we had that first summer was to sell at the Vancouver Folk Fest. And it went gangbusters there.
I thought I'd keep my day job and we'd make ice cream in the evenings and then sell at the farmers markets on the weekends, and it would be a fun sort of side gig. We quickly realized that was not the case.
And we were making ice cream into the wee hours.
Within 2 weeks, day job was quit and ice cream was very much full-time.
Operating out of the commissary kitchen was amazing. At the same time, it was really challenging to work there because you're sharing space with all these other people. We were looking for our own space to make our ice cream. Finding commercial space is like a needle in a haystack. You go to look for commercial space that's in your price range, in the neighborhood that you want to be in, has the zoning that you need, has the licensing that you need, has the electrical capacity that you need, has the plumbing capacity that you need, has the food use. It's just like all of a sudden you're like, there isn't that option at any price.
So Fraser Street was our first location, and we took over an existing cafe.
Seasonality of this business is so huge. You really need to be selling all your ice cream you can in July and August.
We opened at the end of August, and even that was unfortunate. We had people coming all summer long saying, it's summertime, open. Like, we know it's summertime, we wish we could open. And so we caught a little end of it, and the fall was also pretty great, and then winter hit, and it was really tough.
We rounded the corner and it was the new year. Things started picking up unusually. Getting into February and it feels like, okay, this is what we expected summer to be like. We can barely keep up. We asked people, how did you find out about us? And they said, oh, you've got some viral reviews on Weibo. That just boosted our sales and then took us into the actual summer. It just felt like that was the start of everyone in Vancouver finding out about Earnest Ice Cream.
That's been one of our goals, or what we strive to be, is Vancouver's ice cream. It means really being embedded in our communities.
Vancouver, in my opinion, is a city with values, a city that's trying to be sustainable. One of our ideas right out of the gates was to do things as sustainably and zero waste as possible. A glass jar that the customer brings back and we refill was one of our very first core ideas about the business.
There is no perfect home. I think we've spent a lot of time searching, and now we've had 4 locations and we're always looking, and nothing will ever be perfect. I think a part of it is you making it home and the work that you put into it. Maintaining the values and the culture as we expand is a big challenge. It's interesting that now each shop kind of has its own subculture, I think. Having like that, the values as a driving force. This is what we stand for, this is who we are, this is what we do and why we do it. That is a unifying thing across the entire team, no matter what location.
Building a team, it's the most important thing, I would say, because I don't run or create this business. It's our managers, it's our supervisors, and it's those frontline people who have the interactions day in and day out with our customers.
So why are you here?
I'm here to change the world through ice cream, make people's day just a little bit better from having a great experience with our ice cream.
Whether it's like a nostalgic or a feel-good, I think there's always some sort of association of ice cream and something positive for people. It's so nice to be able to be here and to facilitate those things and to let them have an experience of like trying a new flavor, or they're on a date, or seeing like these chocolate covered kids' faces. It's amazing. Being a part of that experience is fantastic.